Hi, my name is Laura, and today I'm going to discuss the media, specifically reality TV. Without a doubt, you've probably heard about the Kardashians. You've probably heard about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, OC, whatever there is, you've probably heard about them at some point or another, and that's because, of social media. But today I'm talking about specifically the television and how it is highly accessed by millions of people. And it's called a guilty pleasure for a reason. And what I'm here to propose today is that reality TV is harmful towards the audience's perceived sense of self-satisfaction, specifically in the target audience of these reality TV shows, which is young and impressionable females. And this is because too much importance is based on materialism and superficiality in these shows. It displays excess negativity and aggression, as well as promotes negative body image messages to young females. So, to begin, there's too much materialism and superficiality emphasized in these shows. And a Today.com poll showed that 46% of women and 26% of men watch these shows specifically just to see how rich people live their lives. So this is their main purpose. They're curious and they want to see that side of superficiality. And a great example of how superficial these reality celebrities are is when on an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Kim Kardashian, and when she was about to give birth to her baby. And instead of, packing her bags and being ready for, to deliver her child, she was calling up her glam squad to make sure that she looked great when she was giving birth, because everyone wants to look fabulous when they give birth, according to Kim Kardashian. So that shows those sorts of values, and they reflect onto younger, impressionable audiences. Also, a study published in the Association for Consumer Research shows that materialism mediates the relationship between television viewing and life satisfaction. So the hypothesis was confirmed when the relationship between television viewing and life satisfaction disappeared once materialism was included into the equation, which shows how materialism makes people feel less satisfied with their lives once they watch reality TV. So it's important because it harbors negative implications for life satisfaction. Also, reality TV decreases a sense of life satisfaction because it displays excess negativity and aggression. A study by the Girl Scouts Study Institute concluded that girls who regularly watch TV accept and expect a higher level of drama, aggression, and bullying in their own lives. They view these things, they view the drama, and then they reflect it onto their everyday lives and expect these things to happen to them. According to Holly Peake, a psychiatrist who does research on how the media affects developing youth, after watching an episode of The Real Housewives, where obviously they get their viewership from drama and fighting and things of that sort, it shows that they believe in the idea that gossiping is a normal part of a female relationship and that it's in a girl's nature to be divisive and competitive with one another, and that being mean earns respect and is often necessary to get what you want. So clearly these messages are being shown to younger women who learn from these shows cognitively. They are absorbing these shows. So then they reflect this gossip, this drama, this negativity onto their everyday lives and may not even be noticing it. Lastly, these shows promote negative body image messages to young women. And you can see this in surgical or surgery shows, and according to a journal article on Science Direct, reality TV cosmetic surgery programs contribute to eating disordered attitudes and behaviors among young women. And another study in the American Society of Plastic Surgeons shows that 57% of their plastic surgery patients were high-intensity viewers of this show. So they look at these shows, they see that according to the shows, the people were happier after having plastic surgery. So that makes them feel more knowledgeable and more comfortable with receiving plastic surgery instead of maybe accepting their body exactly the way it is. Also, a study published in the Journal of Social and Clinical Psychology finds that after young women were exposed to the thin ideals of models in fashion magazines, they have lasting negative effects for vulnerable youth. So after putting all these into consideration, after seeing how reality TV shows young females that you need more things and you need to be prettier to be happy, you need drama and aggression in your life, which is basically, I don't know if anybody really wants that, but that's what they are viewing. So that's what they see, and that their body is never good enough. These are very good reasons for why their life satisfaction is seen as not as high as they'd like it to be, and they're not as satisfied with their life.
Thank you. All right, Laura, your proposition is very clearly identified, but it's very complicated. It's got a couple of conditional statements in it, and I think that it probably needs to be reworked a little bit so it's simpler for the oral presentation. At the end of the speech, we have a pretty good idea about where you're headed, so you're doing okay. I just think that you could do a better job and a cleaner job in making the argument clear. There is a preview of what the supporting points are, and I thought you did a good job in the body of the speech signposting those points. You don't really use any numerical signposts on those, but the secondary claims are clearly stated. I think the transition to the second point was not as neat as it should be. I thought the first point was clearly identified. The third point was clearly identified, but like I said, I thought the middle one was a little bit problematic, and that's where I think it wouldn't hurt to maybe use the numerical signposts also to go along with the claims. But generally, you're doing a solid job there. The information is good. You've got lots of examples. I thought those were pretty solid. There in the last section, especially to me, it's the last section that has the information that lives up to the goal of the argument the most. There's the most clear citations. You've got the most diversity of information with an example and some statistical evidence and some testimony evidence going on there. The first couple of points seem largely dependent on sort of vague examples, half descriptions of incidents or factual data that I think needed to be cited a little bit more. I'm still not exactly sure on the second point, the issue of materialism and how it's all being included. We do get a quote there, but it sounds like the quote's being paraphrased instead of being directly attributed to the scholar that made this claim, and I think that's a little bit problematic. But like I said, on the third point, I thought that you were quoting people directly. You were consistent, like I said, about using a variety of the information. For the most part, it seems applicable to the argument that you're presenting. All right, thank you.